I've been discussing the detrimental impact a $15 minimum wage would have on small businesses and also entry-level workers and low-skilled workers quite a bit over the last few months, even over the last year. But in the last few days and in the last week or so, I've met with the leaders of a number of not-for-profits in the Hudson Valley who are very concerned about the impact on their organizations and their ability to serve their clientele that a $15 minimum wage hike will have. And it's interesting because most, if not all of these organizations, they get state funding either through Medicaid or other programs. And the state, the same state that wants to force businesses to increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour, has not been adequately funding their staff. And consequently, they pay very low amounts, $10, $11 an hour, for people to work with the developmentally disabled, people with mental illness, the elderly. And as a result of that low wage, they have a high rate of turnover, which is expensive because it costs money to train and hire new people, has a detrimental impact on the clientele because there's constantly new people coming into their lives and going out of their lives. It has an emotional toll on the clientele also and their vulnerable populations. And it caused me to wonder, why is the state and this governor, who has refused to provide adequate funding to the most vulnerable in our society, at the same time forcing businesses to pay more and to pay a higher minimum wage? The other concern with the not-for-profits with regard to the $15 minimum wage is some of these jobs are very challenging. They take a toll on the worker. And if the minimum wage is $15 an hour, and that's what the direct care worker, for example, is going to be paid, and you can go work in retail or go work in fast food for the same amount, low stress, much easier position in most cases, they're going to lose people. So my message to the governor is this: let's take care of the most vulnerable in our society. If we don't take care of them, why do we have this beautiful capital? Why do we have this state government? It's not to build solar panel factories. It's not to give money to big corporations. It's to take care of the vulnerable in our society. Let's take care of the vulnerable and stop lobbying all these unfunded mandates on businesses and government that make it difficult to be here. I think our focus is wrong. We should shift our focus to taking care of the vulnerable and let the private sector and the free market take care of the rest, and we take care of the most vulnerable. And that would be putting our priorities in order in this state.